Hello everybody, hello, welcome on in. Today is ATC Thursday, which means it is Artist Trading Card Thursday, and we are going on the carousels and merry-go-rounds, and it is not summer until we actually go on a carousel ride, right? At a carnival or whatever. So I am actually going to open up some Happy Mail, and we are going to do 5 cards tonight. You may have enough for like 7 or 8 in your pack if you do subscribe to my ATC kit, but we're just going to do 5 because I am been fighting a headache since about, I don't know, 8 o'clock this morning. I am feeling okay, but it's very hot in my craft room, so we're gonna zip on through. Hello, Mom. So when you come on, say hello and we can get started. I am going to put these guys away right now because we won't be working with them. I will do a tabletop tutorial. Hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better. So I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Does anybody have any weekend plans? I can't believe we are almost to, and I'm just cutting something out real quick that I wanted to add to my card. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and this weekend is going by so quick, or the week rather. Hi, Sue. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing here in a minute. I actually scanned and I think I'm going to leave these for another time, but I scanned in some stickers that I actually picked up at the thrift store. Because I want to make a few of them. I don't want to just use my one sticker. And I'm actually cutting something out here real quick. So bear with me while we're still waiting for our friends to come on. There we go. Because I want to add that to my thing. So we're going to open up some Happy Meal. I always must say meal when I say that. Happy Meal. And we will go ahead and get started. You may need some extra paper. Just scrap paper. I'm going to use just probably a little something out of my book tonight. I'm not sure which one. We'll probably figure that out here in just a minute. Decide which paper I'm going to use. I got these on clearance a while back, so I have some. So, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and open up because I'm actually in a, oh no, I don't fit in my Ringmaster costume anymore. I actually have a Ringmaster costume, you guys. That's not even a lie. I have a Ringmaster costume. Hello, my sweet Kimmy. But I don't fit in it anymore. I've gained a little weight since then, but it's somewhere. No, I'm just doing just a regular plain. This is kind of a cool shirt. So, hi, Linda. I'm so glad you're here. So I got Happy Mail from Linda, but I wanted to bring out the box because it fits the theme tonight. If you remember, I actually got these at this was from, let me see, this is a vintage tin. It doesn't say the year, at least I don't see the year. No, I don't see the year, but this is a vintage tin that I picked up at my favorite Disney thrift store, and it fit the bill, so I had to put my Happy Mail in there. It also has like the Haunted Mansion rides. These are the old illustrations. Oh, that's so much. And the Tom Sawyer ride, which is no longer existing. And then you have like the rockets. And this is actually a kid's ride at Disney World with Goofy. And I think it's supposed to be Space Mountain, but there's actually like a ride like this at Disney for the kids. And I actually rode it. It's pretty fun. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Happy Mail today. The first one I'm going to tell you, I'm actually part of the Thrifty Day postcard swap, and I've had a few people send me postcards already, and I'm going to show you if I remember. You guys got to tell me at the end. Actually, I'm just going to show you now because they're right here, or I'm going to forget. So I actually made some postcards for the swap. If you guys are part of my club, you probably received a membership card. And it looks something similar like this, but that was before I got my logo. So I actually made these postcards. They're going to have something different on the back. So I'm mailing those out to my recipients, but I got one. and it's so cute. I want to show addresses though. It says, "Hi Christy, I hope you enjoy this postcard. Thank you for supporting Thrifty Day Friend. Have a great summer, sincerely." And then it says Aunt Alejandra Hernandez. And she's in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm trying to like hide her address right here. And then she put my name on it. I know my address is on it, but I really don't care. And then like the little bridge, and it's so cute. I just love this. It says, "Can I tell you something? You deserve the world." And it's like all these little pop-up windows and like the little like cityscape. Very my vibe. So I absolutely love that. So I had to show you guys my postcard, my first postcard of my swap. I'll probably make a book or something with all of them. And then I got Happy Mail from my friend Miss Linda. And we are going to look and see what she sent me. And then we will go ahead and get started. So if you guys don't already know, we're working from our little popcorn bag. And we're doing 5 tonight. I think there's enough for like 7 or 8, I think. Linda, I'm gonna have to cut this because you tape this well, my friend. Hello, Missy and Mariah. How are you guys? So this is our first week in our July series. Last week we took a break because there is 5 Fridays in the month of July. Oh, I'm so grateful you put best like this, my friend. So, hold on, let me get this off. So she put it in like a little envelope for me. Linda, I have your address, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those in there. So, dear Christy, happy 4th of July. How pretty. Oh, Linda, I love this. Okay, we're definitely going to, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you sent this. Look at how beautiful. Hi, Becky. I don't know why I said Peggy. One of these days I'll get all of you guys right. And, oh, I like the foam little stickers. We might use these tonight, actually. I'm going to leave those out because I'm thinking we might use them. And then a little dragonfly. I kept talking about dragonfly. This is so cute. I know, I love the sticker. I think I'm gonna make little mini stickers from that image. Maybe I'll put a spooky background behind it because we are definitely doing some stuff starting in August for Halloween. So, all right. So look at the sweet little envelope thing she gave me in the package. It says, "I voted 250 years of USA." Oh my gosh! You can do it, girl. That is so cute, Linda. Thank you. Oh, and she sent me ooh, I like this one, Linda. I love that one. Ooh, and I'm working on my summer read journal. So these are so pretty. Where did you get these? Were these from Home Goods? Linda, you always find the best napkins. I love your napkins all the time. This is probably your card. I like this one a lot because I've always been an independent woman. And this is probably my favorite. These two. I love this. Thank you so much, Linda. That's perfect. Oh yes, I absolutely love everything you send me all the time. I literally have like a little container over here with like my Linda stuff. It's you and my mom's stuff that I put aside because, you know, I have to. You guys have a special place in my heart. Plus, you're always sending me stuff, so I needed to make room. Okay. I know you took a break there for a while, which I was very grateful for because it's very hard to keep up with everything. But one of these days. All right. And anytime you guys send me something, I never, like, unless it's something I know I'm never going to use, I don't give it away. I just keep it for, like, my own personal use. So, all right, you guys. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're working with our little popcorn bag. And it's all about the merry-go-rounds and carousels tonight. And I'm very excited. This one was a very special one for me. Because I have a lot of, who doesn't have good memories about a carousel? I mean, most people do. You can't start summer without it. Ocean stuff, love, yes. Home Goods, yes, I knew it. I knew it. So we think of carnivals and we think of all of that stuff, and it it's very whimsical and magical time. Even, you know, I'm taking you guys all the way back, right? And then we share it. It's been, you know, a thing that all these generations have shared, and still today, to this day, our kids ride the carousel. Like, that hasn't gone away, at least when they're little and stuff. So I did include some little, these are going to be like our little carousel poles, and then I will explain one of the items in here that may not make sense to you, but it will. Unless you took a peek and you're in my head. So I think we're gonna go ahead and start. I did already put these on my cards, you guys. Hi, Robbie. Robbie made the cutest artist trading cards. Those were artist trading cards, right? Or they're journal cards. I really loved them, Robbie. They were awesome. Absolutely loved them. Okay. So, like I said, I gave you a couple different backgrounds. This was from like a glittery sheet. So I had to include that one in case you guys love the glitter. I'm not doing the glitter one, but I just wanted to show you. I don't think I'm going to do the glitter one. I think we're just going to keep it as is. But I'm changing my mind on things already. But I just really wanted to kind of get creative with this actual theme. So I do have like a little carnival background. That one's real fun. You rode a carousel at Henry Ford Greenfield Village. Ooh, either, or I did too. Oh, of course, Robbie. That is interesting, at Greenfield Village. Oh, wow. Who else has like rode? I rode a carousel. I was an adult, but my dad wanted to take me on it, and we went on it together like big kids. Because my dad can be a big kid too. And we were in Philadelphia, and in the middle of the park, I couldn't tell you exactly what park it is because this was years and years ago. But in the middle of the park, there was like this carousel just out in the open, and it only ran certain hours, and it was open when we went, and it was like a little field, and they had like these little mock-up carnival rides and things. Obviously those weren't going, but the carousel was. And I remember in the middle of Philadelphia riding on this carousel. That was like my most vivid memory. And of course my kids, when the carousel used to be at the mall and stuff. And then they had the 2-story carousels, which is even crazier. But I do remember taking my daughter on one of those at a mall in Connecticut. So okay, guys, we're going to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and do our little Mary Poppins one first. I don't know if you guys knew this was Mary Poppins, but this is actually an image from the kids' book. Hi, Lucy. Oh, it's in Michigan, Linda. Okay, I was trying to think if it was in either Maryland or Washington. I thought it was in one of those, like, toward the capitals. But now that you say that, I've never been to Michigan. But it just reminded me of something. As a kid, I went to Santa Cruz Boardwalk every summer and rode the carousel as my kids grew up. We still did. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. There's just something magical and whimsical about that same tune that just repeats itself, and it's just just brings you back to those days, which is what I like to do here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut around Mary. I'm going to leave some room around it, and you're going to see why, because there's 2 ways we can make this card, and I'm going to show you. Another thing you will need if you have like an X-Acto knife, I'm going to use my little blade because I'm afraid of X-Acto knives, but I'm going to use my little blade. And then we're going to get our little pole out. So, by the way, these are just straws. I turn them into carousel horse poles because they look so whimsical the way they are, aren't they? Oh, hi, Sarah. How are you? I've been thinking about you. You're in my prayers. And, you know, you don't need to say anything. I wanted to let you know. Oh, my gosh. And oh, never too old to try it. It's so fun. I know, right? Did she say she'd never been on? I don't know that I've ever been on one. What? Robbie, you got to make that out of your bucket list, girl. Because, I mean, they also have ones for adults. Like, a lot of them have, like, the little bench seats Or they'll have like a little teacup in there on the actual ones. Miss Creative. You're so funny. Okay, so what we are gonna do is our goal is we're gonna put 2 slits, and I tried to definitely make these all the same size. I tried my best. We're gonna put slits in this side and this side, just in the middle, to put our pole on, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of measure just with my eyeballs, nothing fancy. I'm gonna put 1 slit, and I would put it on your card first. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I mean, you guys can use your X-Acto knives and everything else. We're getting into the nitty-gritty one already. All right, so you should have 2 slits just like this, and you may need to make them a little bit. You can cut them once you get your slit in it too. Don't cut all the way, but you can put a good amount. All right, and then we're gonna kind of fold our card back and forth just to kind of loosen up that, because we're gonna put our pole in there, okay? And this is very similar to, I think I did something like this before, and I can't remember what the heck it was. We may have to squish our straw a little bit flatter too, but you get the gist of it. I just got home from Dollar Tree, some purple plastic containers for my markers and stickers. Yes, the Dollar Tree supplies are out, y'all. Miss Kimmy even put a message out today. Girl, I was shopping today and I found you some things. Gonna try to, what? You found me some things, Sarah? You don't have to do that, my dear. But of course, you guys, you know my address. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna flatten this out just a little bit because we wanna put it in here. We wanna put it in our actual card. So we're actually gonna put it in from the back, you guys, from the back. And then we're gonna have our little, so then it's gonna go like this, okay? Do you see where I'm getting at? Do you see where I'm getting at? Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and cut out Mary. And I think what I'm going to do with her is we're gonna put her on another like background. So like you can use this background, you can use scrap paper, whatever you wanna do. I'm gonna leave a little border around her because I do need to attach this to my little pole. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep the pole in the picture. Her pole is pink and white, so I'm just gonna keep it in there. But I'm just doing like a little trim around her. Sarah, if you need my address, I can send it to you again, my dear. Thank you for thinking of me. It's so me. Oh my gosh. Kimmy. That's adorable. I know, right? I'm telling you, this month, everybody loved. I try to outdo. It's very hard. I'm setting the bar very high for myself every month. But a lot of people commented that they really loved this month. All right, so I'm just gonna cut a little outline there, but I kind of want, it's so funny because Sarah, I didn't buy it for you, but I took a picture. I took a picture of something that made me think of you, and I forgot to send it to you, girl, but I'm going to. So just you wait. All right, so now I want to stabilize this a bit. So I'm going to put a little, you can just use any real background that you want. I like to use my index cards too, but I'm not even really going to see this background, so it doesn't really matter. Let me go ahead and take this one out. Is this not my open one? Hold on, y'all. Let's see here. You would think. You would think. I have lots of scraps around. Okay. Excuse my booty. Excuse my booty. Okay, girl. All right, so we're We're just going to use this as the scrap back. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and use, that's probably too big. I'm just going to do a square because like I said, we're going to stabilize this a bit. I'm going to do a small little square. That might even be too big. Actually, no, that'll work. Okay. Let me do a little thinner. And you can even do 2 sheets if you want. But we're gonna see if this should work. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this. I'm gonna use my stronger glue. You guys can use Fabric Tack, whatever you want. And this is just to kind of stabilize this. Okay. Now, we have to connect, and I am gonna use these for this one, I think. This is my month. Is this your month? This is my month. Lucy, everybody should say that. This is my month. I hope this is everybody's month. All right, so I'm gonna put these in the very middle, and then I'm gonna attach them to my little pole. Now, obviously, you're not gonna go around playing with this like a toy. So as long as it kind of works for the moment, right? We're in the moment. And then I'm gonna line it up with my straws. You don't want to put it on the outside card, only put it on the straw. I'm gonna bring this down just a bit. Okay, and now we're gonna decorate it. So I did give you guys a few things to decorate with. There's some flowers, there's a little charm, there's some beads. We're gonna keep this one very simple because I don't want to take away from the actual motion of the card. So I think I'm gonna go bada bing, bada boom, and we're gonna be done with this one. Because let's see, I'm gonna do flowers. I'm gonna do these flowers. Because like I said, I don't want to take away from it. So we'll put a little bit of glue. Oh, your birth month. It's your birthday month, Lucy? Is that what you mean? That's probably what she means. Oh my gosh, my good gracious, y'all. My glue, I don't know if it's because it's so hot in here. Okay, there it goes. I just needed to get through it. So I'm just gonna put them in like 2 random places. I do like that little thing on my art glitter glue. I think it's $1.99. Hi, Stephanie. It's $1.99 from Hobby Lobby. I threw away the packaging, but it's like in the paint section, I think. It's just this little cap, and it works perfect. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? So we're gonna hold it and go up and down. Up and down. Isn't that adorable? Tell me it's not adorable. Tell me that's not adorable. Now, if you don't get it right the first time, it's okay. You can just keep practicing. Yes, my month and birthday on my 21. On the 21st will be 60. Oh my gosh, it's Lucy. It's your birthday. July. Why did I not know that? All right, Lucy. Thank you for letting me know. I will keep that in mind, my friend. But once you start messing with it a little bit, it'll stretch out that card a bit and stretch out the paper. And look at this. It's like a da-da-da! Isn't that cute? Okay, so that is the one that I wanted to do and get that, I don't want to say over with, but that was the one that was going to be most complicated. And now my glue is like spitting up at me like a newborn. So hold on, now I got to wipe this off. I guess there's air in there, I don't know. What's everybody having for dinner? I made chicken, but it's still coming out at me, you guys. I don't know. I'm not good at science. I don't know how that was working. All right, so that's our card. I probably would go ahead and do like a corner edge, or you could do some oxidized inks, but I'm just gonna leave that. Today's your wedding anniversary, 38 years. Oh my gosh, Becky, what is the secret? You gotta tell us. Good for you, Becky. I am so glad. I'm so glad that there is still some long-lasting relationships. So, all right, I am going to, let's do the carnival one. I have to say, since we're talking about carousels, we're gonna work with, there are two different ones in here that I got off of an Etsy site, and it was Fairy Tales, fabulousfairytales.com. I want to say I got it off Etsy, but maybe I got it off, I can't remember. But this is the elephant, and then there's another one that's a horse, which I'm going to do another day at a tutorial. Okay, it's kind of like a circus carnival horse. It's a show horse, you know? So I'm going to work with the elephant, because whenever I was at, like, in front of, like, a carousel and I got to pick my horse or whatever, I always picked, like, the animal. You know how sometimes they'll have, like, a bear or, like, just different animals. I've seen zebras on them before, and I've seen elephants. Sometimes they have zoo characters. I always picked the oddball out because, hello, it's me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out my little elephant, and I'm going to fussy cut him pretty small because I have more of like this busy background. I do love the busy background. It's really fun, like red and pink tones. Your bedroom is elephants? Sue, I didn't know that. That's so interesting. There was a time in my life that I had like an African decor theme, probably when it was back there popular. I think somewhere I still have my ceramic zebras that I scored at a thrift store. I don't think I ever got rid of them because I just love them so much. They were even chipped and I didn't care. My hubby and I will be together 23 years. Stephanie! 17 years married. That's so cool. I have, my husband and I have been, next year will be 10 years we've been together. And we've been married 3 this October. So I'm kind of starting over, y'all. And there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes you don't find it the first time. You're lucky if you do, but sometimes you don't always find it the first time. Sometimes it doesn't work out. And most of the time it's the men's fault. Just saying. Alright, so I'm going to fussy cut this one out, and then I'm going to use another one of my straws. This time though, I'm not going to make this one animated, but we are going to incorporate it in, and kind of like a 3D effect. So I'll show you that here in a minute. Alright, by the way, you guys, I have not gone back to Michael's to return my tool. If you guys saw my live from the other night, don't go back and watch the replay. It was terrible. If I have to, I don't think I'm gonna post that one. It was really bad. It was a really bad live, in my opinion anyway. Just my opinion. Okay, so this one, I am going to go ahead, I'm going to use my red and white one. 6 years next month. You started over, Sue. Yep, there's nothing wrong with that, girl. Alright, so this one, as you can see, is about that long. I held it the wrong way, sorry. 50 years together, 51. And you started over. See, there's still hope. There's still hope for some of us. There's that one. So honestly, I didn't think I was going to find anyone else, because I was young with kids and teenage boys. It was rough, but God had other plans, so I was happy. So now that I'm looking at this, I am thinking I am going to, I guess I don't need to. I'm going to use my popcorn bag on this one, but I'm not going to use the whole thing. So I think I'm just going to cut out like a tiny little strip from it. I have to remember I still have my stuff in there. Yes, absolutely, Stephanie. Let's define love again. Yes, absolutely. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut just a little strip. I'm probably gonna cut this a little smaller too, because these cards are not very large. But I kind of want to incorporate part of this popcorn bag in there. So I think I'm gonna cut that little strip off just to kind of use it as like a little background piece so that my elephant will kind of stand out a bit. But there's a couple things I want to do on this. I'm going to go ahead and cut this and glue it down. It's only covering part of it. I want to put it down at an angle. I will say, it's definitely a testimony of strength and independence. Trust me, I was independent. All right, so I have that down. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to cut my straw in half, and I'm going to put one of the straws coming from the bottom of the elephant and one of them coming up. But I do want to go ahead and I think I'm going to cut the poles because it's kind of throwing me off. You guys don't have to cut your poles because you're gonna cover them anyway. But I'm gonna cut my poles off. It's all in what you want to do. Sue, I bet you love this card then, since you loved elephants. How cool is that? All right, now I'm gonna go ahead, now I can put my elephant wherever. So I'm gonna cut this in half. And this may take some time to dry because it is a straw. I keep getting bumped out. I will catch up soon. Okay, no worries, Kathleen. I'm glad to see you, friend. And then I'm going to put the other one at the bottom. Now, because we're going to make this kind of pop out, I'm going to go ahead and put my 3D, I call it 3D tape. I'm going to put 2 layers of my double-sided tape. And you'll see why here in a minute, because we want that to kind of pop off off the card. You guys, I promise I didn't go in here with a plan. We're just working with my brain right now. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that little guy right there. And then I'm gonna glue my pole. And you can always cut your pole too. I'm gonna flatten mine just a bit. My hubby's home. Yay! I know, we're so happy you came on. Get to see more of you. That's always a good thing. All right, so I'm gonna cut this one down a bit. I wanted, hopefully everybody's pole's long enough. Oh my goodness, Christy. I'm going to use my art glitter glue, maybe, or not. I'm just going to put a little, I'm just putting a little bit of glue on its edge, you guys. When I roll it on, I'm rolling it on the edge. I have no idea if that's probably not going to stay. Hi, Dee! I know, right, Mom? All right, and then another big thing is make sure it's straight, because y'all didn't get on no wobbly carousels when you were little. They were tested. Although sometimes the gears and stuff, what are you doing? You get the zoomies? sometimes the gears and stuff would kind of scare me. Okay. And then we'll cut this one. You guys, Toy Story 4, I know 5 just came out, but Toy Story 4 had some creepy elements in it. But they had a carousel. I thought it was really cool the way they incorporated a carousel in it. All right, so I'm gluing this down. I'm just using my regular glue. I am using the more wrinkle-free one. It's a little bit more sticky, but that's how it'll look when you take your time with it. Now, what I would like to do with this is I'm gonna hide a little ticket behind here. I know I didn't give everybody tickets because I just thought about it later, but I think I'm gonna actually cut the ticket because I kind of want it to just kind of hang off the side. I'm gonna have this one kind of come off the side a bit. But I'm gonna put the little ticket in there, and then as you guys saw if you came on earlier, I was cutting out a piece of cotton candy. I know you guys, Sue, I can send you tickets with the next thing. I got the tickets at a one of them came from the estate sale that Beth and I went to, a roll. And then I got a bunch of tickets that somebody used for like a raffle for like a baby shower or something for like 50 cents a roll. It was a score for a junk journaler. And I found these carnival ticket stickers. This is what they look like. And I copied them so that you guys could have them. But it'll be for like another theme. But I wanted to show you what they look like. I didn't find this sticker until after I sent the kits out. You're gonna shrink your tickets down? Okay, Mom. All right, so we're gonna put our little cotton candy on the other side because who didn't like cotton candy? Some people didn't. I know that my grandmother owned a cotton candy machine. We still have it somewhere. I don't know. I gotta talk to my mom about that one. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm not worried about balancing it, but I'm gonna put it over here behind the elephant. So, there's that one. So you have your popcorn, your cotton candy, and your ticket, and you're ready for the carnival. Yay! Sue, I'll send you some tickets with the next, I gotta make a mental note on that. So we have our Mary Poppins up and down, and then we have our little elephant. Yay! Okay. Did I say we were going to do 5? I said we were going to do 5. But I really meant 4, because I only have... I meant 4, because I want to do these 2 online. Alright, we're going to do 4. I'm sorry, guys. All right. We'll think of something. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and work with this little girl. Or boy, whatever you want to call it. This looks very old school, like the ones we're used to. That's your favorite? I knew it. I knew it. This one right here is very classic, okay? And then we're going to do my favorite one at the end. And that one is also, I'm going to have an explanation for that. But anyways, let me put my little trash over here on the side. So I'm going to put it on my little purple background. This reminds me of like the artwork that you find on like the outside of a carousel, like the wall. You know how like they have all these like designs in a row, like, and then it's scalloped almost. That's what this reminded me of. So that's why I'm using this particular card for it. Sorry, this was bothering me because the card is showing. I'm using my Looney Tune cards, y'all. Dollar Tree got new cards, and these are the Looney Tune ones. So I'm not going to do the pull with this one, but I am going to do one of my charms. And I have A lot of you got the little pastel color charms, so that's what I'm using for this one. And I think I'm gonna put it at the very top of the pole, but we'll get to that in a minute. You are gonna need brads, which I probably should have told you, so go ahead and get those, unless you have like a little, I'm trying to think what else you could use. Probably brad is gonna be your best bet. You could probably use a bullpen too, but it's gonna dangle and probably get in the way. Or you can just use a pin. So, all right, let's get going on this baby. So I am gonna put a little washi tape on the side of this one. This one has like the stars. It just reminds me of like maybe like the drapery over the carousel horse. It just kind of caught my eye today and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna use that one. But you guys can use whatever you have at home. This one is very old and it's seen better days. It lost its stickiness. So I am gonna go ahead and put a little glue down on my card where I'm gonna have this. So it sticks to it. I didn't do it straight and perfect, but that's okay. Now you could also use this one as well, whatever one you want to do. All right, let me go ahead and cut off my little horse. I am going to keep this little sparkle thing down here because it adds something to the card and it will fit. So we're going to just do a nice little outline around when we fussy cut it. And remember, you guys get creative and do your own. Don't just do all of them like me because I want you guys to be creative. But this is what I'm doing to inspire you. Hello, my Becca Boo. How are you? Sorry we lost sound on our video yesterday. Well, it was Beth that lost sound. I have to keep thinking about that. You guys, we had so much fun last night walking around Newport Richie. Like the main, I live here and I haven't really had the time to really go exploring. So it was fun for me. I'm definitely gonna venture out more now that I know it's all here in my backyard. I literally live like 15 minutes away and it's really nice. It's definitely the nicer areas, you know. Always downtown is always dolled up pretty nice. They have events going on. They have a lot of history. So it's going to be a really fun time. And if you guys don't know or you're wondering what I'm talking about, Beth and I are doing what we call our first annual Craft Box Confessions. And it's her and I doing a live event. So, all right, perfect. I'm going to leave some space at the top so that I can hand, you're tired, you've been working all day? Oh my goodness. Girl, me too. And I got more work to do when we're done. I have orders I need to pack. I have card kits I need to make. It's all coming together though for good purpose. So that I'm going to leave a little space at the top for this one. So we'll be putting this down. My husband was being silly, you guys. I'm going to leave this out because I'm thinking I'm going to probably put that brad through here and at least we can make it move back and forth, if anything. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. Now I am going to use my little pokey tool. So use it on a good, nice surface. I know you probably don't get to see all this. Let me show you instead of this what I'm working with. I'm just going to put a little hole here. You can also use like a little hole punch if you want. She is so bad. He's down here sleeping at my feet. What did you do? Because he came running in here like he had zoomies. I put a little hole like that. You can even use a mini hole punch. Huh? Really? And then comes running in? Wow. That's funny. All right. Once you know where you're going to have it on your card, like I said, we're going to do this down a bit. Then I'm going to use my pokey tool and go right through the card. Okay. Now we're going to take our brad and we're going to put our little charm through it. It should have like a little dangly like jump ring on it. I don't know if you guys can, this is so tiny, you guys. See the little jump ring? So I'm going to put the brad through the jump ring and then through our horse and then through the hole here. And then we're going to take its little arms, not legs. If you know, you know. And we're going to push them out like that. And there is our little horse. So cute. But we're not done, because I want to add on this one, I want to add a couple of my, I did put beads in here, but I want to add a couple of these gems. This is just in my stash. I didn't find these the other day either, so sorry guys. I'm gonna make you go out shopping for some supplies. But I do have extra gems. If you guys need some, I can throw some in your kits. All right, so we're gonna put a couple of, I don't have pink, but I have like darker purple and lighter purple. So let's do a couple of those, and we'll probably stick a blue in there. These are all kind of stuck together, but I just pull them apart and just randomly place. I think it adds a little sparkle to it. I don't know. I like it. And they usually have like sticky on the back. And if there isn't, you can add some to your card. Oh my goodness. There we go. Look at how cute. Look at that one. Isn't that cute, you guys? I know, girl. It's not crap box after dark. I have to be careful. Oh, my brain. And it's so funny because when I go, you guys know that Beth crafts very late most of the time, and it's so funny because when she had watched the replay and we were talking, and she's like, I was like, oh my gosh, it was like 10 o'clock, it was late. She's like, that's early for me. And I was like, you be quiet. It was so funny. I really like this one though. This is just a flashback to, hi Lori, how are you? I just love it. And it's like the horse is galloping, you know? Like they ran off the rails and you're galloping into a whimsical land. I love it. All right, so I know I said 5, but I'm going to do one more. And I do have another apologetic story for this. So I actually created this next print myself. This was a old, you guys remember in front of, when you were shopping at the grocery stores and you would, before you walk in, or like, I know it was probably after you left the grocery store, right? So like before or after you walk in the grocery store doors, to the left, they have these little ride-on toys. They're like the little, where you put a quarter in, and then you go on the merry-go-round. Well, I found one recently. I took a picture of it, and then I made this print, okay? So I'll explain. So this is the old-fashioned like little, there was, technically the way I had to copy this, it didn't get the blue one in the back, but you're not going to see it anyways. So it only has that red and yellow one. And then I created this little quarter, it says insert quarters. Okay. So I actually made this print, and we're going to go ahead and put it on here. So during this time, you remember those outside, they are Kmart. Yes. Kmart had like a bunch of them. I think they had like the Western horse, they had the merry-go-round, and I think they had like cars or something, right? Man, you guys, to go back to those days again. Yes, the horses. For some reason, it was just so iconic. I think these are just so iconic. And to be honest, I can't remember where we saw this. And I even tried to go back through the pictures to see, like, when did I take this picture? But I can probably do a little bit more research. But I remember seeing this and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to take a picture of that. Yep, you remember. So anyways, during the time that I was creating these, I went to my Dollar Tree and I was looking for these, the play money, okay? Because there's little quarters and all kinds of, like, you know, play money in here. If you guys want to wait to do this card that are in the group, they have one in our mail. Oh, they have one still in your post office? Oh my gosh. Yes, it was. I think it was mainly Kmart. I know Publix, like our grocery store here, I know they had them too. Probably the more popular places had them. But anyway, you guys, I apologize. I was looking so hard for these. I went to like 4 different Dollar Trees to find this. So the best thing I could come up with was these that I put in the kit, and they're little circles. I even went and got a hole punch for this size. But these are supposed to be little quarters. Okay, little coins. So you will be able to ride our ride tonight. We had one outside our store. You got to ride it for free. I would cry and get mad when you were 2 when it stopped and I'd have to drag you kicking and screaming. Thanks, Mom, for that moment. Aren't you glad my mom's still here, guys, to tell all the crazy stories? Oh, the mall. I'm sorry. Melissa, I don't even know. Missy, I don't even know why I read mail. Like the post. Why would the post office have that? Silly me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out our little carousel here. And if you notice the star on top, that was actually, like, I put like a little printable star on top to make it like a little fun and cartoonish. Mix it up a little bit. You can even put your own stickers on there too, but you know, you can even write like a story about this on the back of your ATC cards. Nobody says you have to trade these. You can make these for yourself and put them in an album. I think I'm gonna start doing that myself. I have that index card behind me. All right, so there's our little carousel. Love when you share these. I know, Sue. I forgive her. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to bring you on, Mom, wasn't I? Sue, I'm so sorry. I didn't even get to talk to my mom today. I was cooking dinner as soon as I was off work today, and I was finishing up some things. But did you get the information about the book? I can go live from Michael's because I'm probably going to go there tomorrow anyways after work. All right, so we're going to have our little quarter machine, and then we're going to have our little quarters. Now, I really want to see what it's going to be like with one of these, and I'm going to have to use the smaller ones, even though it's technically not a quarter. But I do want to see what these would look like. This is probably going to need fabric tack because they're plastic. Yeah, they're plastic. But you guys, I have a feeling we're going to use some of these in the future, so I have them, and at least now I have them. So I really like these. If you guys want to wait, tell me if you want these instead of those. But I think we're going to go ahead and put the little quarter in there. I think that was so cute. You went, oh, they didn't have them. Okay, Sue. I'll look at mine. I actually have 2 Michaels. A lot of times the one by me doesn't have stuff that the other big one has. But I've been looking for an excuse to go over. I almost tried last night, but Beth and I were out so late. But I might try to go over to where that other one is because it's by a Target. I've been looking for an excuse to go over there. So I'll look. I'll message you if I find them. All right, so we're just gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and use our little quarter machine. Do you guys like that idea? I think it was just like super genius. I like came up with it and I was like, oh my God, they're gonna love this. So I'm gonna use because this is sticking out so much, I'm gonna make everything stick out on this one because I don't want it to get lost. Because that's pretty big, but that's the smaller one. That's the dime size. And look at this, guys. The quarter machine works perfectly on those. All right. So let me place this first. Oops. I just did it with a classic spot background, but you can do it on any background. That might be fun. I just like to color coordinate. It's the way my brain works. You like the smaller coins? Yeah, that's perfect too. I'm glad. I'm trying to give you guys more options with my stuff. Like maybe some extra backgrounds or extra prints, and you guys can have fun with it. Whatever you want to do. All right, and then we'll put our quarter machine down here. And then I'm going to put, is that too late? I kind of want to move this down a bit. Yes, that's where I want it. And then I'm going to use, are you going to work for me? Oh look, it's working. The only problem is these have kind of raised edges. We're gonna try. I may have to use like a different tougher glue. I bought the book recently at Hospice in St. Pete. They had mini color. They look real. I gotta look. Oh, maybe they're not there. I thought you said you got them at Michael's. Oh, the book for coins? Is that what you're talking about? Mom, I have no idea what you're talking about. The live brain over here. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this one. I love it. I like the coin in there. So if you do have a kit and you want a coin, I can send you coins. I got a lot of them. In fact, I might get a second pack because these were nowhere in sight 2 months ago when I was doing my kits. I love this one though. So perfect, right? Okay, so because I'm still fighting my headache, it still has not gone away. It's not so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off these other 2 ATCs that I have for you on a tabletop view. I do have a, my journaling, you know how my phone went dead on Tuesday? I did a journal with me video and I finished it today. So, oh, book with coins in it. Okay, I got you, Mom. I thought you were talking about the Michael's book and I was like, oh no, are we not gonna be able to get it? So I will do a tutorial, but tomorrow I'm gonna post the tutorial on the journal with me. Let me know if you like videos like that because I basically did things with you. And like on camera, and then I finished like it off. Originally I was gonna do 1 page and I ended up doing 2. So I did the journal with me. So I wanted to show you though, I'm gonna show you the one that was technically from yesterday because I do have my journal here, and then I'll show you the cards. So I'm gonna save the one that we didn't get to do together on live for the other tutorial that I did. But this was, maybe I did both of them. I guess I did both of them. But this one was Disguise a Ghost. And she gave us these little like felt ghost pieces. And so what I did was I disguised my ghost like Dumbo. Oh, yes. Thank you, Stephanie. I have been drinking water. I've got water right here, girlfriend. This is my 2nd cup today. I know that's not a lot, but that's a lot for me because I don't like water. I'm glad you love that one, Mom. So what do you guys think of my little Disguise a Ghost? I even put a little story in here. And I don't know if you can tell, but I did this on purpose. The background is like art print that somebody had made. It's obviously for, I'm not selling it, so it's just for my book. But it's an art print of pink elephants on parade. And because this is a like Summerween, Halloween type of journal. I wanted to, like, that is probably like maybe the scariest part of that movie, is kind of creepy with like the pink elephants and stuff. So I had to do that, and you know I had to add Timothy Mouse in here. So I did make this little collar to match him, because the one that I got a printout and I cut his ears and trunk off, but this was too small because his little neck was only this big, so I had to make it to fit the ghost. So I'm so glad you love that one. I love this one too. It was awesome to do. So I'm watch my video tomorrow for the journal with me's, because I did finish up. The one was candy and movies, like the analog movies. What is the book at Michael's you're looking for? Lori, it's an ATC book, and it holds, how many cards does it hold, Mom? Oh, thanks, Mom. I had a lot of fun with that one today. That one I did like while I was working today. And I might even add a few of these little carnival things in there as well. But it's funny because today's actually the 9th. I'm a day behind right now. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm a day behind right now. Number 9 is a night at the carnival. So I was thinking about using one of these cards in my spread and then using some of these stickers. Because like I said, I just found them. So yeah. It's 30. Okay, so it holds 30. Thank you, Sue. Okay, so let me go over them one more time. And if you guys put in the chat if you want me to send you some coins, if you think you can't live without them, or if you just want to stick with the little silver paper, because these do look like coins too, and I think that would be fun. We can actually put some kind of layered right here too. That might be cool. Like, that looks kind of cute. You could do it like that too. Sorry, it's a little mirrored. Right? Isn't that cute? All right, so there's our little merry-go-round from the grocery store. 15 pages, so 30 cards. Okay, awesome. I will check my Michael's, because like I said, I have to go there tomorrow and return that anyways. And then we did our, I'm gonna go backwards. We did our little movable carousel with our little charm up here. And then we did our little elephant at the carnival, our elephant carousel. Super cute. And then I love all of these, you guys, but this one's also my favorite. Our little up and down Mary. Isn't that super cute? And you can make all of your horses like this, up and down. Remember, you're putting it in from the back, in, out the back. So you have your pole in the middle, and just, you may want to flatten your straw up a little bit. But yeah, even though you don't really see it, it's there. You know it's there. But this would be something that you would put in like a package or non-machinable, because obviously that's pretty thick to go in an envelope. But yeah, absolutely. I loved tonight. I love all of you. And I'll be posting the Journal With Me video tomorrow. And I will also try to get the other 2 done and posted, if not tomorrow, by Saturday. So, wow. Can't believe the week is over already. That's crazy. But anyway, if you guys have questions, PM me. Also, if you're interested in any of these, I have digitals available for most of these. And all you have to do is message me and I will give you the details on that. It is a low cost, but you just get everything emailed to you, so you print it off yourself and just use whatever supplies you have, because I wanted that option for you guys. So I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful evening. It's so good to see you too, Stephanie. And you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.